and this is crack. I hate
Coke
this
Zero.
shit that it's so good. Dude, I love baseball, man. I don't know what it is about dumbass baseball, but I love it.
What's your team? Cardinals.
Right now, yeah, it's the Houston and Dodgers right now in the World Series.
Oh, okay.
The Cardinals, dude, I love football too. I'm a big sports fan, guys. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Hey, do you?
What's up,
Oh,
everyone?
I'm a fan of every sports in Arizona you can think of.
What other teams you got there?
You got the
Diamondbacks.
Coyotes, yeah, the Diamondbacks,
Yeah.
and then you got the Coyotes for hockey, and then the Cardinals for football, and then the Mercury for women's basketball.
The Mercury.
And dude, Mercury
Tough
are
team, I
actually
bet.
pretty good, dude. They're some champions, man. And
Damn.
then the Arizona Rattlers, they're arena football, and
Well,
where
you
do
have
you guys
arena
at?
football. We don't have an arena football team here in Florida.
Yeah, I thought you did.
We do? Maybe.
I thought you guys do. Um, and then you got ASU, Arizona State, and then you got U of A, Wildcats. Dude, there's sports all up in Arizona. Dude, man, yeah. Oh, he just wait. Oh, there he is.
What's up, JW? What's up, Big Easy? What's up, El Acorista? What's up, everyone?
What up,
Going
Kevin?
on?
What up, Kevin?
Was just sitting here chilling with Matt having a live chat when he got the invite.
Yeah, it took a little
Brandon's
longer than
live pro.
anticipated. The other computer wasn't up to par.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Dude, that
Hmm.
computer you were on is better than mine that I have now.
What's everybody up to tonight?
World Series, bro. Game 7 for me.
I don't really get into baseball too much.
Yeah, me neither.
It's not exciting enough.
Yeah.
I always like
I
playing it, but I don't like watching.
I'm saying with him.
Bro,
I'm
I'm
saying with
watching
Kev.
a game 7. I'm watching a game 7 because I hate the Dodgers so bad.
I'm a
What's up,
football and
dude?
basketball guy.
What's up with this new
Yeah,
tuber challenge you guys came out with? Yo, that's pretty dope.
There you go.
dude, that was fun.
Yeah,
I tried. All right. So to be fair, I'll tell you how I did the questions. I tried making them to where they got a little personal, but not too far.
Right.
And then I backed off and went to fish. I went back and forth every other question with like personal and then fish, personal and fish. I wanted to just kind of like dive deep so people actually get to know a little bit. Like Kevin, I had no idea about the swords. I had no fucking idea. That was cool.
yeah, that
You
kind of
know?
goes in with my martial arts and stuff that I've done. I've just got into swords and blades, and I got a bunch of different stuff. I've probably got 30 or 40 different kinds of blades.
Wow, that's
Bro,
fantastic.
see, that's what I'm talking about. I would
He's
have never
into it.
known he was Jet Li.
Yeah, and I know how to
Dude,
use all of them. I've been trained and know how to use all of them. So
like, I probably don't look like that I golf like crazy either,
Oh yeah.
but I do.
There you go.
That is one thing that
But
I
yeah,
do
those
like.
they were good questions, Matt, for sure.
Yeah.
I had fun doing them. It was so stupid though, man, because I did the questions and then when I started filming, I'm like, I never answered the questions in
I
my
didn't
head
know
to
I thought to do it ahead
myself.
of time.
you know, so I'm like, man, this is so stupid. And I'm like, man, okay. I didn't want to like. I didn't want to. I don't like doing rehearsed videos, guys. I don't. Like when I mess up on videos, I always mess up in the very beginning, like stupid things like the camera light will be on or something. I'm like, damn, I gotta
Yeah,
turn
I've
it
noticed
off
that
or
on some of
something.
your videos. You'll start out, you'll be like, "What's up, dudes and dudettes?" And you'll be like, "Ah, shit."
Dude, that's exactly what happens. Like I forget the lights on or I stutter because I take seizure meds and I stutter. So every once in a while I gotta stop, and it's tough.
Oh damn! Look at Big Easy with the shades.
Big.
What's up, big?
What's
Not
up, man?
much.
Yeah, I don't do rehearse videos either, Matt. I just like I wrote down the questions that you put down on there, put them down on a piece of paper, and then all my videos I just go off the fly on all of them.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do too.
I figured. I think it was question 7 or 8 that we could throw some love towards the newer guys, or YouTube channels that we don't know, or you know what I mean.
Yeah,
That was one of the questions that I threw in there was like, who's one of the a YouTube channel that you don't really hear all the time.
yeah.
Yeah,
I had to
I
put a
thought
little
that
bit of
would be
thought. I had
pretty
to put thought
pretty
into that
sweet.
one to be able to answer it. I had to write that one. I had to write the answer to that one.
That's what I was like, because I know that we've been getting a lot of new Mac members and everything. So I figured that would be pretty nice to throw them some love too. I threw Tom's Tang and Neekin out there because I watch this all the damn time.
yeah. I just subbed to him. He's a new channel for me. Definitely
Yeah,
don't see
Yeah,
a
he's
lot of
pretty
guys
sweet.
doing Tanganyikan, so that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
No,
I used to
that's
before I
why I
did
like it,
Malawi.
man.
Nice.
Dude, you were one of the reasons why I kept watching, dude, because you're like my lifeline in this group.
Yeah, I had
I got a
Tanganyikans for
question, man.
probably
Hey,
5 or 6 years before I finally went back to Malawi.
Wow, dude, that's awesome.
I
Why'd you
had
switch
base.
back?
and
Why'd I switch back?
Yeah,
Uh, I still have some of my Tanganyikans, but I started out with Malawi, and I just figured, hell with it, I'm going to go back. I bought a Dragon Blood one day, and when I bought that Dragon Blood, it made me want to go back to do Malawi's again.
That's
So
what
I just started phasing out of the Tanganyikans. I still have a couple of them, but
dude,
into my roots
hey,
with the
that
Malawi.
Congo, man.
gotcha.
That black Congo's coming into the tank as soon as I can. I'm gonna get me
I'd like to
that
do
deep
another
dark black,
Tanganyika.
that deep dark black
I read part of
Alps.
the house was strictly a Lamprey longus species tank. It had nothing but, Neo lamps, Alto lamps, Lepidio lamps, regular lamps. It was just nothing but all.
Yep.
Hey Teresa. Hey Lumpy Dog.
turn this light off. That's better. Too
Things
much light.
dark.
It's too bright over there, Big Easy.
I can't stand light.
You gotta turn it down.
Oh. Well, them fish are gonna be in the dark a lot.
I
Hopefully
can't
they.
stand light.
You tell me my fish grow twice as fast in the dark. Them lights will never be on.
Yeah, I
I
just wanted
can't
to
stand
throw a
light.
shout out there for the Mixed African Cichlids group. If you guys have, well, everybody has Google Plus. If you have a YouTube account, so just get that and join the group, man. It's a great group, just like any Facebook group or anything. We're a great community. Everybody helps each other. You can post your YouTube videos on there. They do like one of the owners does like people to sub to, so it helps everybody grow that way. Great.
Yeah, I'm one of the co-owners for the MAC group.
Yeah, as I said, we got an owner in the house.
Yeah.
Sweet cookie on, huh? She gonna kill me one day. Call her sweet cookie.
Where's your lady friend, Big Easy?
Yeah, she from say ha, Mark. Let me turn some fish lights on.
Got to get the ambiance going with the fish lights.
Yeah, I gotta do something. It's too dark now.
Can't win.
So you guys got any new fish or do anything cool since the last time we talked?
I ordered some fish. They came
I got
in
any fish?
dead.
I was just telling Matt, when I'm
there's that
talking
damn
to
fatty right there. That fatty right there. I can't get him to stop eating so damn much.
Good so.
What
That
fatty?
one fish,
He
bro.
tell,
He's so
oh,
fat. He is so fat that the lines are actually starting to spread out. He's not bloated or anything. He's just eating too much. You know?
he's
Matt,
a
he
you
uber
down
be,
flipper.
there in the fish in the tank.
Huh?
I found him Plago on the floor today. The oxygen man came and he moved the tanks and they go dead Plago.
oh,
I've
damn.
been looking
Oh,
for that Plago. He was stiff as stiff can be.
What kind of pleco was it?
Bristol nose.
Oh, that's too bad.
oh,
I
that
grew him from
sucks.
a little one too. I was mad.
Them babies coming along.
They're looking nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
like the PVC. Oh yeah.
I was mad as
Yeah, I
mad can
meant to
be.
cut the PVC a little shorter, but it works, man.
Yeah, it
It
does
works.
work.
These right here, there's still some holding inside that shell, and I can't take them out.
Wow, they're so tiny.
Dude, they are. When you hold your finger up,
Wow,
wow.
dude. They got to be like probably like 2 inches max. Wow.
Dude, that's 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and yes, they get to max 2 inches.
Wow.
They are by far my favorite Tanganyikan. They are so fun to watch.
I'm still a fan of the
I
show.
don't know if you guys know this, but
Are those the
I'm gonna be
Neolamprologus?
probably. These
Yes.
are Lamprolongus similars,
Okay.
yes. I'm getting. I'm only going to keep probably out of. I mean, the male. The breeding group is not going anywhere. But as far as like the actual couple of those, I might only keep about 5 or 6 out of that batch. But the rest of that batch will be sent to Cichlid Lovers. He's going to be the one that starts carrying my Simlis now.
Nice. How much do those guys
That's
go for
awesome.
in your area? Around?
Okay, Simlis at at Cichlid Lovers, they're gonna be $18.
Okay.
Now if you go to like LFSs, they're about $20 a piece,
Male or female?
male or female.
Nice.
You
Wow.
don't
Still
know
20
because
bucks a
they're
piece
1
where you're
inch.
at?
Yeah, they're 1 inch too. They're 1.25 inches. You have no idea,
Yeah.
Damn, I paid $8.99 for mine
and
when I
bro, that's why I'm raising them. They are hard to find out here. Nobody,
They're
nobody raises
extremely hard
these
to
out here.
find down here too, but there's no, I don't feel there's a market for them right now.
Well, there isn't. It is like a small market, but the thing about it is people, once you tell them that they only have to have a 20-gallon tank, that they don't have to have a giant tank, they buy them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it
You
makes
know,
sense.
people
it's
like
like
us
I
that
can have
have
as long as
90-gallon tanks, you don't want them.
unhappy to fish, then once you have it, because they're so hard to find, I'd have to go to Indianapolis and go other places to be able to find them. And it was all kind of
Right.
about the search of finding that one fish that you wanted.
Like hard ones for me to find out here is Cyprichromis. Cyprichromis are hard as hell for me to find. I found probably, I mean, don't get me wrong, I found a bunch of them, but the price for them is outrageous. You know, I mean, I can go down and get yellowfin from James, but he only sells them in trios because when it comes to tanks, they sell them in packs.
Those
Do
are
you
the
still have
ones.
your oscillator?
Sorry, those are the ones with the blue and yellow fins, right?
Yeah, they are these right, right there.
They're nice.
This one right here, the smaller one, he'll get a blue, a dark blue.
Yeah, those are
And
juvies, right?
right, these are juvies. They'll get a little bit, probably about the size of your, little bit less than your hand. Those guys right there are super damn small too.
Yeah, I've seen them full grown, and
Yeah.
they're just spectacular, man.
They're by
Alice is
far.
pretty small.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait till that Calvis gets bigger, man. It's like embarrassing having him in there right now.
They're super slow growers, man.
Oh, dude, that's why I'm gonna get him that gold head and the Congo at the same time, so that way they grow
Yeah, you need to
together
get
and I
Purple
don't
Black
deal
Congo,
with them.
man. That's what I had.
Yeah, it was either a Kasanga or a Congo, and the Congo is darker than the Kasanga.
Yeah, but like the pearly black Congos, I don't know if you've ever seen the pearly ones. They're the dark black, but they've got like iridescent blue and white in them.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. It's funny because I've been contemplating a ventriloquist in this tank, and ventriloquist. I don't know if you guys know which ones I'm talking about. They look just like. I mean, they have the like little antennas that come down from underneath them with the
Okay,
little.
I know the ones.
No, but
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they're really pretty. And when I was down there talking to Alan, I was expecting him to have one, and then when I went in there, the guy had four different ones, and he caught me off guard to where I had to tell him I can't buy one because you're just throwing too many at me right now, and I don't know which one I want, and I can't buy four of them.
Dude, you gotta tell Alan to let you do a store tour, man. I'm dying to see that.
yeah, I'd like to see what all he's got myself too.
I bought
That'd be
fish from
awesome.
him, and I know he sells top quality stuff, but I want to see his setup, dude.
Alan has a very great setup, but Alan's setup's an older setup. You know, he's been doing it for so long, and he does not seem like the kind of a guy that will let me do that. Guys, he is a fish guy too, man. Fish guys are all weird.
First guy's all weird.
Hey, it's more publicity for him, man.
Well, and I'm trying, man. I told him, I throw him out there, and
Well, I'm gonna send him a message, dude, because I talk with him all the time on Facebook. So I'm sure if enough of us send him a message, he'll do one.
he'll be happy. He'll be like, "Yeah, Matt Moore's coming down there. He won't open the door for me anymore."
Oh
Just ruin
man,
it for
that's
you.
sad.
Does he got any Kendales or Bersheries, whatever along the species in stock?
Yes, he does.
He does.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Those were two that I always wanted to look for and was never able to find.
Yes, he does. He has some of those right now. The Lamararis are, you know what? You heard me. He has one, man. Those are kind of cool. They kind of remind me of a camouflage fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has some of those right now, and he has he, yeah, dude, he's got a bunch of tanks.
Yeah,
That's
my
a bunch of
LFS
tanks.
has got some Triticefalus in right now.
I had a friend of mine was in California over the weekend. He was in LA picking up fish, and he was calling me nonstop, just telling me, hey, do you want this fish? Do you want this fish? I'm like, bro, I was just picking up a whole crap load of fish. I can't, I'm trying to go slow with my 90 because what I've done in the past is I've just bought a crap load of fish and put them in there, and then after a couple months you're looking at it, you're like, man, I should have slowed down and bought some fish, thought about this a little bit more than just buying a crap load of them, and I've kicked myself for that. And I'm pretty sure you guys have done the same thing because then you're like,
Absolutely.
where do I put these?
Yeah, I slow
Next
stopped
thing you
my
know, you got
tank.
3 tanks.
Has anyone ever put the gold head compressiceps with Malawis?
I have not.
The gold heads, like the one that he has.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I have a gold head. I had the pearly black Congo male, and I had orange fin compressiceps female, and I crossbred the two and got what I have now. And
Go lay
I
down
did
for
have those.
13.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure it could be done. I have a jewel.
Yeah.
I have a jewel in with all my peacocks and haps, and he does pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, when I had my Tanganyikan tank set up, I kind of cycled out of it, and then all my Tanganyikans, once I started getting Malawis, they were all in with my Tanganyikans. But then I just wanted to strictly go Malawi, and then just ended up taking all the Tanganyikans out.
Now, are those guys like Tanganyikans? Because I've heard they're also like Madagascar fish.
I would say they're pretty much Tanganyikans. I mean, there might be some different ones here and there, but everything that I've ever read and saw on them, they were Tanganyikans, Tanganyikan rock dwellers.
Wait, which ones? I was totally. Wait, which ones are you guys talking about?
The gold head compressor subs.
Oh yeah, those are tanks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the one I just showed you on my in my tank.
Have you seen the white calluses, Matt?
Yes, I have. Yes, I
I had
have.
one of those guys that was the only one of my Tanganyikans that I ever lost, and he was the one that I searched the longest for. I drove 3 hours to get that guy and 3 hours back, and I had him for about 3 months, and then he died. I was pretty upset about it. Paid 40
Out of
bucks for him, and then just to have him die.
out of those seven Marlarai that I just picked up, I lost the smallest one the other day, and I don't know how he died, but I did lose him, but that's not bad.
I've been
That
losing fishes all week.
oh man, I'm
Aw,
sorry,
dude.
bro.
Sorry, buddy.
That's not cool, man.
We got Turbo Fish in the house. We got Fish Tropic in the house. Camilo, Joe Munoz. What's going on, guys?
Somebody give me a tissue.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Did you have that loopy in there, Matt, with the small Julie that died?
That
No,
Lelupai, yeah,
I
but
got some
he hasn't been
Prozac.
messing with it.
I had one of those dudes, man, and he was one of the meanest. He's one of the meanest tangs that I ever owned. And
Uh,
I've still got my Cylinder Kiss, which they basically look exactly the same, except the Cylinder Kiss is white and blue striped instead of the solid yellow. And if you put two of those guys in a tank together, they will fight to the death.
okay, I'm glad I didn't buy that Slender Kiss that I was staring at, last weekend then, because I was
Yeah,
serious.
you
He was
cannot put
close to the
a Loopy
bag.
and a Cylinder Kiss in a tank together. That's a huge, huge no-no because they will not stop fighting until one kills the other.
Look at how small that dude
That's crazy.
is.
See
Jason
that?
I
from
like.
Fish Topic just came on, but he won't come on. Somebody need to put the link on so he can come on.
Bro, anybody else watch Plecos and think of Papgan?
Do you still have your oscillating shell dwellers, Matt?
No, dude, I had a heater malfunction on me, and it killed three of them, and then I sent the other ones over to my buddy's house, so they've been chilling over there.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, it was terrible, dude. I had the what was it Aqueon Pro that or no, it was the Aqueon that malfunctioned on me that I had in there. It went. I have it. I usually set mine to 80, but that thing jumped all the way to 95 and just fried all of those, and I lost most of the Marlarai too, and that happened within a couple days. I didn't even notice it.
Man, that's a hurting feeling
Dude,
when you fry fishes.
the only reason why I noticed was because when I stuck my hand in to change the water and move stuff around, I was like, holy shit, that is hot because I just cleaned one of the other tanks. And then that was when I decided, okay, well, I had a maintenance man snitching me off about a lizard anyway, so I ended up just getting rid of the lizard and then going and trading my lizard for this 90-gallon tank, and then went ahead and took all of those out of there and just dumped some money into doing this 90. I didn't really have a whole lot of choice.
Yeah, those heater malfunctions. I've had it happen to me once. I woke up and my tank was 91 degrees, but I didn't lose any fish. I caught it. I guess I must have just caught it just in time. So every now and then, I talk by my tank and I'll kind of stick my finger in the tank to make sure that it's not getting hot.
Well, there's an Eheim in this one, man. There's an Eheim 300 on this 90, so I mean it's good now. But
Yeah,
the
I need to get a better
Shellys,
thermometer for my tank. I got one of them
one
ones that float around the top and it gets caught in my current maker, and then you hear it tinking the glass all night long, and it's a pain in the ass. So I need to get a suction cup to slip into the glass, or get one of the ones that sink, or just some kind of new one. It's aggravating hearing glass on glass tinking all night long.
I like the I like my Eheim or not my Eheim, my Fluval M series heaters too. Those
Ooh,
are
that
nice.
feedback.
Fish Tropic asked if any one of us is going to Chicago.
No, I wish I
Nah.
was.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna make it like a thing to go next year. I hadn't really heard much about it until this year,
Like
to
only
be
a
honest.
3-hour drive. It's only a 3-hour drive from where I'm at.
Oh damn. Yeah, it's probably like 20 hours from where I'm at.
Yeah.
I hit
Bro,
965 north
try,
to be there
try
in about
making that
three
drive
and a
from
half
Arizona.
hours.
I don't know. I got a buddy that's in Minnesota, so that might make it easier. I can fly over there and go to Mall of America and then just, drive over.
Come in. Oh, my door's locked.
What? What, kid? What?
Room.
Unlock that door.
So Angelo's gonna have his video up this weekend
Oh, it's
sometime.
a Brother. Huh?
Is my buddies there?
Yeah, your buddy's there.
Check it out.
Hi guys.
Nice.
Hi.
What
Hey.
up?
Hello
Hey.
again.
How are
Bro,
ya?
that tank is gorgeous.
Doing good.
Doing good.
That looks nice.
There's a new guy on here.
There's a new guy. Who the new guy?
Not him. I see him all the time. What do you guys talk every night?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday nights?
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Today's
that is a nice fish, man.
Day Wednesday.
oh shit.
Should have forgot what day it was.
Hey, I talked to Anthony on Unconventional Aquatics. Where's he at tonight?
I know, right there.
Wednesday?
That's that area.
Someone
Don't they remember me from the other night?
last week.
Oh, it was last week.
That was last week.
It's called a group chat.
This guy's new with the bandana. I seen him.
Hungry as heck.
That's new.
The one with the bandana, I didn't see him last week unless he didn't have his bandana on.
I don't see
I
anybody
think
with
she's talking to you, Kevin.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It's for that. It's this plaid.
This guy right here. Hi.
No, he ain't new.
I don't remember him from last week.
I had black hat on last week.
You had
He
what?
had a black hat on last
Oh, okay. That's
Kevin's
why.
a bottler. He's switching hats week to week.
That's why I didn't recognize you.
Dude, I've got like 30 different hats. I can wear a different hat every day for so long. It's not even funny.
Bro,
That's why I didn't recognize you.
I'm a hat connoisseur, bro. When you start losing hair up on
right.
top like that, you start
Oh, look at all. Oh, I love your cowboy hat. Put it on.
week. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, she saw my cowboy hat, huh? Oh no.
You caught now.
He's not doing it.
He ain't gonna put his cowboy hat on.
Oh, now you're on that computer. Jeez, Lou, Mark.
Talking about on a different computer.
How do you know they can't even hear you?
That's
Oh, now you're on that computer. Jeez, Lou, Mark.
That's one thing Arizona people do have is a lot of guns and cowboy hats.
I know
How many fish you got in your Malawi tank, Kevin?
you gotta put on you gotta put on your cowboy hat.
Which one?
Him. Look at all the hats behind him.
Oh,
There you go.
Bust out before.
He was the hat connoisseur, he said.
I got tons of hats.
Oh, look at that one.
Collecting right here.
That is cute. Handsome. I'm sorry, not cute. I like that.
Talking to me?
Oh, that Hawthorne grass.
Dude, I swear
Huh?
the phone probably
Hey,
looks
Liberty.
better on the live shooter.
Hey, Liberty.
Yeah.
How long have
I
you
like that
had
little-
your sand diver?
Oh.
What was that, Matt?
How long have you
I
had
didn't
your
know that.
sand
That's
diver?
nice.
My sand
Look at
diver?
this fat ass
Yeah.
female, guys.
I'd say about like
Oh,
3
how come
months,
I'm
maybe.
waiting? I didn't
Well,
wait.
have you
Look,
had
look
them
at her pushing
before?
away that male.
What are you doing?
Have you had the
You.
sand divers before?
It was like a
Nah.
delayed reaction. I finished
I
just
know.
When those start coloring up, you have a
like,
certain amount of time
it like takes a
before
minute.
they really take off,
What you got in
and
Right.
you're
that
gonna
I
start
thing?
know
seeing
everything.
you'll start seeing them flake.
Kitchen sink.
I
It'll
need
look
to
like
live. Anything
scales
you
are
need, I
falling
got it.
off in the
Deodorant,
water.
hairspray,
It's
Yeah.
cigarettes,
magnificent to watch.
Peppermint,
So when
hair,
they do start flaking
Machine
off,
gun,
deodorant.
that's when it happens
AK-47,
super
real
fast.
gun you put
Yeah, I'll
together.
definitely have to keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, when you start seeing the coloration change,
You can see
Right.
it there.
dude, watch it and enjoy it because it really doesn't last long.
Awesome.
Then
Awesome. Thank you.
he'll start rubbing alongside the back of since you have that background,
Right.
he'll start rubbing on that and any rocks too
Right.
because it's like itching them
Okay.
because the
Oh,
scales are starting to flake.
Right.
But it's cool, man. You'll see it swim super
bye,
fast and that
guys.
flake will fall down.
There.
They're really beautiful. Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy.
That your eye diver too, dude. Like out of nowhere, that eye diver,
What did
that
you say?
light will just go away.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's going to fish tank.
I do miss my haps, dude. My predator
Do you?
haps, I absolutely love
Fishing
them.
and everything else.
Yeah, I'm getting more into them.
Life in general.
Man,
Fish tank.
the moment you get into like to the trouts and the
Right.
leucochromis, that's when, man, you actually got to do like 24-inch tanks because
Right.
those fish get, yeah, they
Thanks.
get
I was
like,
seeing one. I wanted to get one, and then I was like, I start, doing some research, seeing how big they get. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
hold up.
well,
Like
that
time
was
out.
one of the big reasons why I had to let mine go because they get so big.
Right.
When they get to one end, they don't have enough room to turn around.
That's crazy.
Dude, they're beautiful, but man,
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
They're definitely great.
Yeah, the biggest fish I got in my 120 is probably the Venustus. That gets the biggest, and that's
Yeah.
pretty much as big as I want, dude. 10 inches or
Yeah.
so, that's it, bro.
Well, see,
That's about where
I
you want to
got
go
on
with
that
it.
train, man, and I was like, go big or go home, baby. So I caught
Right.
the biggest damn predator haps you could find,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm going to do the
going-
same, but
I'm
once
going
I have the 240.
$75 a fish, you know.
Right.
I mean, if you look back at my videos, man, that's what that buco was. That buco.
I definitely got to check that out.
That buco and that trout, bro. Those are $70 fish.
Damn.
You know, that ain't nothing to joke.
Yeah, you got videos.
Yeah,
from
right.
feedback, dude. I need to watch those.
I
Yeah,
love
me
my
neither.
predator haps, man. It was a big change for me going from big to small. It was.
Yeah, that had to be so crazy. Like,
It was. When my house flooded out and I didn't have any choice,
right.
it sucked. It sucked because I lost some square footage. So I had to do something.
Right, you had to do it.
Dude, it hurt bad, man, when I lost those fish. Like the ones you have, I'm pointing at the screen, but the ones that you have behind you,
Right.
man, I had a lot of those.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, if you guys even watch Hap Nation, I got Hap Nation videos on IG.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys even knew that, but yeah, I got.
Nah, I didn't know that,
videos
no.
with Ben Ochart too on Hap Nation.
Hap Nation, baby.
Damn straight, bam.
Oh, damn.
Comes prepared.
Bro, I
gonna
wear
have
this
some
shirt
MX
like it's going out of style.
Dude, I actually like haps better than peacocks.
Sometimes, yeah, I agree.
Peacock.
There's so many like different, like they're all distinct. They don't all have the
Right.
same body shape.
Exactly.
etc. They all have different
Peacocks look
personalities
like
too.
floating plastic in the tank, man. They do. They look like floating plastic. And then you look at haps. Haps all look different. You know, haps remind me. That's why I was really excited to do Tanganyikans because all Tanganyikans look different.
Right.
You know, Kevin knows. Every one of them's different. You know, except for like the Calvis. Those all look like they're pan heads.
It's nice having that variety of the different profile of the fish, not having all of them, the same shape and all of them looking the same, other than different colors.
Yeah, and see, when I first started, I was mixing everything up, but then once I realized, okay, I'm gonna when I got into the haps, I realized, all right, when the haps get bigger, man, you can't keep peacocks in there. You can't
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they will tear the hell out of them. And then especially in Boona, I couldn't keep in Boona with peacocks. They were just tearing the hell out of my
I love my
peacocks.
Fusco gets along with my peacocks being as big as he is compared to all the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
He's
mostly like the big predator haps you gotta, stay away from, and you gotta really do your research on them.
Maybe for you.
Big.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah, dude! To this day, my favorite fish is that the Buccochromis notatania I had. His name that I had for him, I called him School Bus because he looked like a big ass yellow school bus floating around in there.
Nice.
And they Buccochromis, they move so fast in a tank, they go all day long. They're like a crackhead just in your tank, and that's what they are. But the
Right.
only problem with them, when you have a fish like that, is they tend to get hurt a lot. So you get eye problems, and that was a big thing.
Right.
And when it came to like the Christie eye, I loved my Christie eye, man. My Christie eye, his name was oh, hang on, it was that. Ah, I'm gonna think of it later. Sorry, but nah, dude, the Christie eye, I loved that guy, man. He I would keep a small fish in there just to watch him hunt him. That was
See,
the
that's one
dude.
thing
Well,
I'm surprised. Like I said, I'm surprised with my Fusco. Is my Fusco, he's 7+ inches. He's the biggest fish in my tank by far, but he don't mess with nobody. He just swims around, does his thing. He don't even chase anybody. He's cool.
Yeah, most
that's what.
haps I've noticed
Yeah.
that they're more peaceful than the peacocks, in my opinion.
Oh,
Well, I've also had him since he was like 2 inches, and he's grown up with all these fish. So I imagine that's got something to do with it as well.
Yeah.
yeah. You
Yeah.
stop feeding him, we'll see what happens in that tank.
He'll change. He'll turn on everyone.
Turbofish asked if anyone knows of paradise cichlids.
Never heard of him.
Uh, I know of paradise fish. I don't know about a paradise cichlid.
Yeah, I've never heard of
I'm,
it myself.
I'm pretty sure a paradise fish is a type of gourami. If I'm thinking correctly, it's like a subspecies of gourami.
Yeah, gourami, you're right.
I'm still trying to think of that Christie eye's name.
So what's your guys' take?
What's
Yeah.
that?
I said it's gonna be bugging you for the rest of the night until you remember that name.
It will. It will. That's what I'm thinking about right now. The dude is one big mean looking Mexican guy that plays in all kinds of movies too, and I can't think of his name.
Oh damn.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo, that's it.
Yeah, that would have been
Right
my
there.
guess.
That was his
Nailed
name.
it.
That was his name. If you look at that Christie eye, bro, he looks all mean and tough, and he looked like Danny Trejo going around that tank, man. That's why I named him that. His name was Danny. He was cool, man. But those trouts, man, those trouts are beautiful.
So what's your guys' take on hybrids? You guys like them? You keep them? Or do you sell them? What's going on?
I like hybrids.
Yeah, I don't mind them at all.
Actually have quite a few different hybrids. I like them. I mean, it happens in the wild. If it's going to happen in your tank, it's going to happen in the wild. But it just happens in your tank a little more often because they're in a closed area. But if it can happen in your tank, then it can most definitely happen in the wild. So, I mean, I like hybrids. People like OBs. OBs are hybrids. So
Right.
you have a problem with hybrids, but like OBs.
Dragon Bloods are hybrids. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
for sure, man.
hybrids if that is the look that I'm going
Like
for.
every single hybrids.
I will not put a hybrid in my tank unless it's that look that I'm going for because I think when like right behind you, Liberty, there's a hybrid right there on your left shoulder or on your right shoulder.
That's
And
right.
when you, well, one of right there, the two together. When you look in that tank right now, you see the two hybrids, and because they're so flashy. Well, me, I've always looked at them like, okay, well, let's kind of take away from a lot of the other fish as well, in my opinion. So if I was to do like a peacock tank, of course you'd have an OB in there, but I would never put more than one because I want the other fish to kind of look great too, you know, and
Right.
I don't want that one fish floating around that's going to take everything away from everybody.
Well, yeah, but that's why you also have to have all great fish too, right?
Right. But I'm a fan of species only tanks as well.
Gotcha.
You know, so I mean that's where my fault is. You know, I like I said in the tuber tag video, I'm one of those people that will build a tank and enjoy it for like a year, and I'll sell every fish out of there just to, you know, or raise them up, and then I'll get rid of every one of them and start all over because I like having that revolving, you know, because just because it's the same fish, it's not, you know, it's the same kind of fish, it's not the same fish. Every time you build a tank, it's different.
Right.
You know, and I do that. That's what I do. I know it you waste a lot of money, but it's a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue with hybrids is all the misinformation around there. I actually
Yeah.
went back and forth with a person today on Facebook because they didn't want to accept that their fish was a hybrid. They were like, "Oh, the person I bought it from, they wouldn't sell me a hybrid, this and that." But at the end of the day, she posted on like 5 or 6 different Facebook groups, and no one was able to give her an ID. If it was a fish that's in the lake, I would have easily given her an ID. But then the people don't want to listen, and they just want to fish for the answer that they want, you know, and that misinforms everybody.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
up,
and a
Silver
lot of
Fish?
peacocks, most of them, whether a lot of them are hybrids, but a lot of them are also line bred, which doesn't necessarily make them a purebred lake fish.
True, true.
So I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm not 100% positive, but I'm wanting to say I think that I know of 12 actual species of peacock that aren't some type of hybrid and aren't line bred. That if you were to go to in Lake Malawi, it would look 100% different than anything you would find in the store.
Right.
True. Yeah, a good example is like the ruby red. That fish is not in Lake Malawi. The closest thing is the malaria, the sunshine, right? But through years of line breeding, people have made it go from a yellow to an orange red. So, I mean, it's not a hybrid, but it's not found in Lake
Down the
Malawi.
lake. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's been line bred.
What's up, Turbo
Big dog
Fish?
at 2 inches. Big dog at 2 inches.
What you showing us, brother?
Nice looking puffer.
I know. That's a big dog. Dude.
Thing is awesome.
What kind of puffer is that?
I think his mic is off. A hawker?
Thing's a beast.
Nice. Sweet.
Got to be saltwater, huh?
Bug bite.
Bug bites.
I don't know. I saw someone's video once that said that that stuff stinks your room, and I haven't tried it.
Dude, I hear you on that.
I don't know. The food I feed has always done well. I don't
Yeah,
even
I think I'll leave that one alone myself.
So what kind of treats do you guys give?
What kind of what?
Like, what kind of treats do you give? Like me, I give brine shrimp. Brine shrimp and...
Yeah, I give brine shrimp as well.
Yeah, I do the same.
Sometimes real shrimp too.
Because, yeah, I keep
Frozen
brine shrimp for the fry.
frozen krill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do frozen bloodworms. I heard a lot of bad things about it. I really didn't experience it myself, but that kind of just shied me off of that. And I've been doing the brine shrimp.
Yeah, I did that same switch.
Every fish that I've owned for probably the past 12 years has been fed bloodworm, and I've never had an issue. I've never had bloat. I've never had any issue whatsoever with any foods that I've ever fed my fish.
There you
So
go.
to me, that's just a lot of myth and legend that people throw out there to make you not want to feed that food and try to get you to use something different. Because I've never had any issues. I use Hikari, and that's what I've always used, and it works out great.
Hey, Dr. Red Pill, what's up?
And I have some freeze-dried bloodworms. I mean, I soak them in water, in tank water before I, drop them in there. But
True.
I mean, other than that, I don't give them a whole lot of bloodworm. To be honest, I usually I use the frozen packs
Whoops.
of brine shrimp,
Yeah.
and then that's what I feed my. I usually do that twice a week for the actual little fry and the similis. And most of the time, I just feed them 1 millimeter. I switched it up. I actually started feeding them the veggie North Fin this time,
Okay.
and I
Good stuff.
did that because I didn't want them to get completely. I'm afraid of getting too much protein on them.
Yeah, I started feeding my fry this omega-1 cichlid flakes just because I had it in the house from a while ago, and they actually seem to like it, and they're growing pretty good on that. I've never been like a fan of flakes, but it seems to be doing good. And I have a whole container, so might as well use it.
Turbo, that
Yeah,
is
usually
a
with
lot
my
of
fry, I
good.
always use that.
It
A
is.
lot of good.
I think it's
That's
Hikari
super
actually.
good.
That first bite is really
Yeah, the
almost.
first bites. I used that first. Yeah, I used the Norfin fry starter. That's just like the first bites first, and then I've been moving up to the flakes, and then from that I'm moving to a 0.5 millimeter pellet, and then to a 1 millimeter pellet. It's pretty
Yeah, I
much it.
fed my fry 1 millimeter pellets, and I just pre-soak them so it'd make it really easy for them to eat. Get them.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah, pretty much the same here.
Damn, man, I'm getting on edge right now. They got 2 runs in, or a run in.
Are you guys playing?
I'm watching the Houston Astros and the Dodgers.
Who's up?
Houston's up 5-1, but they got runner on first and second, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th.
Who's winning?
Houston, the Astros, man. I'm going for the Astros 100%.
Not too big of a Dodgers fan.
Not me. I live in Arizona. Every time we play LA, everybody screams out in the stadium, "Beat LA."
Yeah, I kind of figured from the Diamondbacks hat you're wearing.
Bro, Los Angeles, like they for some reason they look at Phoenix as their little brother, and it's really annoying.
Here comes a baseball Cubs guy.
Dude, I like the Cubs too.
Was
I like
really
the
happy to
Cubs
see
too.
them win a World Series finally. It was like party at all my friends' house because we're all Cubs fans, and they won the World. When they won the World Series, it was just house after house after house, just massive partying.
Bro, that's like the Browns winning the Super Bowl. You know, I mean, that just doesn't happen. The Cubs, man, they had that curse. They didn't want to spend any money on them, man. It wasn't a curse. It's just they didn't want to waste money. That was terrible.
Just goes to show you, curses don't exist.
Nope. Tell that to the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, it's all about your club, man. You gotta get the right people in, get the right personnel, and then once you get that going, that you got to get that right personnel in there and make everything gel and make everything click, get everybody on the same page. Sometimes that takes a while for to get that to happen.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Took the Cubs 100 and some 120, 130 years, maybe even more than that.
That would suck, man. You become a fan when you're like 5, hoping for like the next 80 years that they're gonna win. Oh man, that would be terrible.
I haven't watched a single NFL game all year so far.
I've watched every weekend, man.
I watched a couple. Steelers mostly.
Well,
I usually stay up on that, man. I'm always used to be able to tell everybody stats of every team, every player. people would always call me and want me to pick out their fantasy football teams because I'd always know all the stats, know which guys, and people would be winning their fantasy football all the time because I'm picking their players for them. But wow,
Yeah, I used to do a lot of fantasy football back in the day.
I've never done it myself, but maybe I ought to since I'm pick everybody else's teams and they win. So maybe I should start doing it myself.
There
I
you
might
go.
DraftKings or something and win me millions of dollars.
You're getting photobombed.
Dr. Red Pill says there's a game called Russian Fishing 4 that's really good. I don't know if y'all like fishing games or anything. You guys fish?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you fish for up there?
In Arizona, I like going flathead.
Flathead.
Flatheads.
Yeah.
Here in Indiana, it's basically bass for the most part. Bass, crappies, and walleye.
Bro, I like catfishing, man.
That's where I'm at, right there.
You know, put me some flathead catfish, and I can throw that thing out there and let it sit and just watch it bail.
Last time I can actually remember going fishing, I caught a long-nosed gar.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot
crazy.
of those down here.
He was
Yeah,
probably
Florida, that's
about
everywhere.
2.5 feet long, and it was just I just happened to snag his mouth as I was reeling my reel in.
And I'll be right back.
And
Dude,
it
we
was
have
pretty cool. Friend of
we
mine,
have
Cody
clown
Mills,
white
made all
now.
the signals.
Man.
Yeah, I'm like 30 minutes from the saltwater, so I don't go saltwater fishing too much, but freshwater, I do like to do it. It was one of my biggest pastimes. I haven't done it in a while because of work and everything, but hell yeah.
You get a lot of them snakeheads out there?
Dude, I've never caught one, but I do know they are here. They're just like 30 minutes north of me because they're in the Broward canals, not the Miami-Dade.
Oh, okay.
But I've seen people catch them up to like 32, 34 inches. That's big.
It's crazy.
And they got teeth like.
Yeah, right.
Wait for
I
breeding
would just
season.
cut my line.
That's the best time to catch them, breeding season, because they keep all the babies. The mom will keep babies right on top of her, and then she'll push all the babies up to the top, like kind of like a arapaima does, so they can get their air and whatnot. That's the best way. You see that bubbling going on, cast your line out there right in the middle of that, and you're guaranteed to catch one because that mom will go deep shit on it.
That's the easiest way to catch peacock bass too. When they're spawning, the female will be like protecting the nest. You could throw a bare hook in there, and they're so aggressive that they'll hit it
right after.
Yeah.
I would love to catch one of them.
Dude, they fight so good, man. They fight like a largemouth bass twice their size, and they don't give up. Plus, the colors on them, dude. It's
right, absolutely. They're amazing looking.
Mm-hmm.
Do I like rainbow trout and stuff like that? I mean, I'm not a good fly fisherman, so I mean that's out. That's out.
I'll wait you on that.
I tangle it up more than anything. But I mean, I can do some trout fishing. I enjoy that. But I'm with Kevin, man. Bass is fun. Out in Arizona, we got a lot of bass. Arizona, you wouldn't think that we have a lot of lakes, but we do.
Man.
It is nice out here because everywhere in Arizona is dammed. All the rivers we have are dammed up.
Liberty Bell, you're in Philly, right?
Yes.
There's a YouTube channel that's called Extreme Philly Fishing. It's this Asian guy. He's super funny, dude. But
I gotta check it out.
All the fish that he catches there in like these tiny little creeks. Pretty interesting.
It's a ton of it in Philly.
He calls himself a multi-species angler. So he catches like fish that are like this big, but as long as he catches more than one, it's pretty cool. But the guy's very successful on YouTube and not saying.
What's his channel name?
Extreme Philly Fishing.
Oh, I gotta definitely check that out. I probably fished next to the guy before and had no idea. It's like, this dude's crazy over here with the camera. I don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah. I'm just recording. Eventually, I'm going to catch this fish.
Take a charter boat out somewhere and do some saltwater fishing.
Dude. Right down from where I am. I'm about 3 hours from Rocky Point, Puerto Penasco. That's pretty sweet down there, too. And I'm about 5.5 hours from San Diego. No, that's pretty sweet too. But
I like to go out in
I
that area out there where you're at in the what is it, the Cortez Sea, and go do some Humboldt squid fishing.
Oh, I've heard that.
bro, I am
Things
not
can be
one to
pretty
go out on
intense
the
because the
open sea
dudes
in a
can pull
boat
you
though.
over.
Dude, those big ass squid must fight like crazy, dude.
Bro, the moment I can't see land, we are done. I'm just saying that right now. I mean, I have watched way too many YouTube videos on that kind of stuff, man. Way too many. I
I
was
just
out.
saw a YouTube video not too long ago. This lady was fishing for barracuda, and she
Oh
got
wow.
one, and it jumped out of the water into the boat, bit her right in the side of the neck, and like
Ah,
it almost
Oh
killed
my
her. She had
god.
to get like some stitches.
no, thank you.
Last what was it, 2 years ago when I was in San Diego, I was out I was out on a board, just over to the tide, just trying to catch break, just to ride and wait for a pretty decent wave. And I see this wave coming at me, man, and I see this black thing coming through the wave, like, and I'm like, oh shit, what is this coming at me, man? And you don't know what this stuff is, and so it comes up to me after the wave comes over, and it was a damn seal. And I don't care who you are, man. When that damn seal comes out there at you like that in the middle of the water, you're like, oh my god.
Hey, dude, if there's seals around, I
Dude,
guarantee you there's sharks around, dude.
exactly what I'm thinking. Well, there's like there's a bunch of female leopard sharks underneath, and so I mean they don't mess with you, but I mean when you get off of your board and you stand in the water and you just look down there and there's hundreds and hundreds of leopard sharks under your feet, you just freak out, man. You just freak out. I'm not
Yeah,
one
those
to
are
get a
really wicked.
snorkel. I'm not one to get a snorkel
Down
and
there where
start
you're at,
scuba diving
Florida,
with them.
do you have anywhere where like the bull sharks migrate inland and come upstream?
What's up, brother?
I said down there where you're at, do you have any bull sharks that migrate upstream?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
say
definitely. There's videos of them coming up the rivers and everything. And they've even caught them, like
Oh,
some dumb kid like got them out of a river and put them in a lake, dude. And they had to fish them out of there.
what a
What?
dumbass.
What?
bro, I'll never go to Florida
The
just for
dude
the
put a
fact
bull
of that.
shark in a lake, dude, in a public
That
lake that
is
people take their kids.
crazy.
Either way,
Alligators
I
are
wouldn't
worse
recommend
looking,
getting
that's
in
for
any
sure.
lake down here because the gators are worse than the sharks.
Yep, alligators
Yeah.
and sharks, not for
Yeah,
me.
no
Florida
thanks.
is fine without me.
Yeah, there's tons of gators, dude. Like I went to this to the state park in like Orlando area, and we were kayaking, and along like a 1 hour ride, we saw like four gators. One of them was almost the size of the kayak, dude.
Oh man,
Nah,
no.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're just
No.
watching them, and then they just go underwater, dude. I had to
I would
stand
have a
up
heart
with
Bro,
my
attack.
kayak and see where the hell he was, dude. Screw that.
that gator
You
would
ever
be
do any
smoked by a
airboat rides
357
down
Dan
Yeah.
West.
I
there?
haven't done one in like years, but probably when I was like 12 years old or something, I did one. It was a field trip actually. But it's crazy because
Like a playtime.
they'll go over freaking ground. You know what I mean? It doesn't. You don't need water for those airboats. They'll go over
Yeah.
the hay or whatever it is.
I'm good in
Like, the
Arizona.
only
We
thing
just
it's
got
like an
mountain
inch or
lion
2
and
inches of
nothing.
water is all you need for an airboat.
We got like mountain lion, bobcat, and there is some cool animals like jaguar undis, jaguars, foxes. There's all
You
kinds
guys
of
got
crazy
scorpions
animals.
and snakes though, like crazy though, don't you?
Bro, bad, bad. That is one thing
Uh,
I am. I am a licensed exterminator, so I do know how to take care of all of those. I am a
Yeah,
licensed
that's one
exterminator,
thing I
so
talked about
I
in
don't
the
mess around with
last time we
scorpions.
were together about all the bark scorpions out there in Arizona. That's something I wouldn't want to mess with.
Well, like my grill, and before, if you don't spray and stuff like that, they'll get inside your grill covers. And so when you take your barbecue grill cover off to use your barbecue, the fucking things fall out and hit the
Be
ground.
like 20, 30 of them dudes falling out of there, I bet.
Bro, last time I moved
Whoa.
it, I had four. And so, I mean, and scorpions, man, when they sting you, your hand swells up like 3 times the size, and it hurts like hell. But you don't. I mean, you won't really die. The smaller the scorpion, the worse.
Yeah, same with spiders.
The more venomous, yeah.
Yep. Those small baby scorpions, man, they don't know how to control it. But I
Nah.
don't care who you are, man.
They just don't have to be able to overpower their prey. So they got to have a
Dude,
powerful venom when they sting to completely immobilize them right there on the spot.
bro, I work, I work on canal systems. You guys know this, but
Right.
when uh, when when the canals dry up, we get these giant logs inside the canals, and we'll have to go in and clear these logs out. We were doing this one day, and I work with a bunch of guys that are afraid of spiders, man, and I'm not afraid of spiders. So, I mean, I usually get stuck doing this. Well, I'm down there clearing all this driftwood, and out of nowhere, there's a scorpion the size of my hand. And it's a big ass white scorpion the size of my hand. And I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, I'm not freaking out, but I'm looking at this thing like, where's the rest of you guys? Because there's more. There's not just that one. And man, I
Usually
smacked
when you
that
big
thing
ones like
over the head.
when you have the big
And
ones like that, usually they're eating other scorpions and other insects and whatnot. So usually when you see a big
well,
one, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of other insects around that guy.
well, you're right when they're on land, but you are
Well,
wrong when
true.
they're floating down a river.
Yeah, floating down the canal.
you know,
Now
because
they're all buddies.
right, right. So I mean, man, I smacked that thing upside the head with a shovel like you would a snake.
I
I don't
see.
mess with
License exterminator.
Bro, I don't mess with snakes either. I will whack them upside the head with a shovel too.
Yeah. Yeah, we only have like garden snakes down here. We have some water moccasins, but nothing too bad. Well, actually, in the Everglades, people
I
have
was gonna say.
their pythons and their animals.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard that was a problem down there, man.
Dude, Miami is like the new Amazon, bro. I swear. All we need is like a rainforest.
It's
Yeah,
on.
I've seen shows where guys make good money, go down there and start catching them Burmese and rock pythons that have been, breeding and let loose out down there.
They've
Good money.
caught like 18 footers, man, with their bellies just full with a cattle or something.
Oh,
like
no.
huge snakes, man.
Oh,
Yeah, you got that one picture or whatever it is on YouTube. It's famous of the python with the gator busted out of his
Yeah.
That's a
The
big
python's
ass
big
snake,
enough to
man.
take on a gator. That's no, thank you. I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm not afraid of spiders, but I ain't gonna mess with something that big. That thing wrap around me and kill me, no problem.
Bro, you're Liberty. That eye biter is just sitting in that same spot, man. He is not
Yeah, that's
moved at
his.
all.
That's his.
That is his one little spot.
Oh,
All
damn,
Yeah.
yeah.
those
I
other,
can see him
Yeah,
now.
no one's allowed near that spot.
I have watched every fish swim around him and go all around, but that one little fake cave that he's got right there, he's
Yeah.
not letting anybody mess with.
Yeah.
Is he your tank boss?
Great.
Yeah, and like it's weird. Some days he gets picked on, but for the most part, not really at all.
Who's
But
that
that-
on the left of him? Is that a VC10?
Yeah, yeah. He's pretty much, I would say, the tank boss. Them two battle for it the most. Then everyone just tries to stay clear of them too.
Yeah, they look pretty, man. I like that.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Man, I love those eye biters, man.
Yeah, that's
Is that a
probably my
Restratus or
favorite.
Yeah,
Yes.
Restratus looks
Yeah.
good, dude.
Yeah, he just started
He's
getting
still
there.
a small guy, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
That's it. How big is your Borlea?
He's probably the biggest in there. Let's say 6 or 7, I would
Dude,
imagine.
we just got one that's like 4 inches, but he's eating like crazy.
Yeah, that's how he was when I first got him. Like he was a little guy, and then he just started crushing on the food. And
He has no color yet. He looks like really dark. Like when we got him, he had like the orange on his body and everything, but he's colored
Right.
down a lot because he's really sub-dom.
Mhm.
But he can eat, bro. He's size, definitely.
Yeah, I felt like that. I just noticed it. Like I was doing a water change one day in the lockdown. I was like, "You definitely doubled your size. Like that's crazy." It was out of nowhere.
That was drives the game man
I
gets
just
so
bought.
big.
I bought him. He was probably
He is.
He is,
2
man.
inches when I bought him, and he's probably. I only had him for a few months now, and he's already probably pushing over 4 inches. I
Yeah.
put the 3 millimeter North Fin pellets in, and he'll put like 10 or 20 of them bitches in his mouth all at one time, looking like a
Yeah.
chipmunk or something.
That's exactly the size pellets I'm feeding him, Northfin.
Yeah, the
I just
3 and
ordered.
4
I just
millimeter.
ordered some last night. I ordered some jumbo formula, and I
Yeah.
jumped up from the 3 millimeter to the 4 millimeter.
Dude,
Nice.
they're gonna go crazy for that, Kevin. That's what I was feeding my haps was 4 millimeter jumbo.
Yeah.
They
And my
love that
dudes were
shit.
real picky. They wouldn't eat it at first because they were so used to eating the other food that I was buying them. They wouldn't eat the North Fin, so I
Right.
stopped feeding the other stuff and didn't feed them for like 3 or 4 days, and then put that North Fin in, and they ain't ever turned back since.
Yeah, that's
I don't
all I
know.
do really is Northfin.
See, we got two totally different problems. I can't get mine to stop eating so damn much. And you know,
Well,
I
I
don't
just
power
hit.
feed my fish. I don't power feed my fish at all. I'm one of those people that feeds them with a measuring spoon. I
Yeah.
feed them the same amount every day, so that way I don't have any spikes on anything.
True.
Smart.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I
I
there's
don't really use a measuring cup, but I try to feed them the same amount every day. Like I pretty much know when I
well,
stick my hand in the bag and pull some pellets out, I pretty much know about this is about how much I normally
Get
feed them. Even
a good pinch for sure. Yeah.
well, when
Hey, I'm a
when you
chef.
feed
That's
them
how I
4
measure, dude.
millimeter,
he's
I know
spraying it like that, dude.
one of my pinches is 2 tablespoons.
There you go.
there you go. Yeah, I think when I get my
chef
jumbo
is
formula
chef
when it
too,
comes in,
dude.
I think I'm going to take it and I'm going to mix it with my veggie formula that I got, and then
Yeah,
that way, because I used to was feeding them, some veggie this day, cichlid
Right.
formula this day, and going back and forth. But I think I'm just going to mix it all together and then
Just
throw
do
it
it.
in, and
Yeah.
that way we get everything all at once.
It's pretty much what I start doing too, just mixing it all up and doing it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because there's some of them that seem like they like the veggie more, and some of them that seem like they like the
Right.
cichlid formula more. So I'll just put everything together, and then they can all get whatever they want.
Want.
dude, bro, those dudes are getting bigger, man. I mean,
Yeah, I just
I'm
hit
pretty
201
happy.
subs, yo. So thank you guys all for subscribing, and make sure to subscribe to these guys too.
Please.
Congrats.
Thanks,
I think I'm at
Oh man, that's
182
all
or
I see is
183
here
now. I'm
too.
trying to get to 200.
guys, dude.
There we go.
Dude, I can't wait till these guys get some bigger size on them. They're only like a
How
quarter
big
of
are
an
they
inch
right
right
now?
now. Like
How
a
big?
quarter. Like a quarter of an inch.
I had a couple Simuluses in when I had my Tank and tank. They were
Bro,
both
these are
males though.
beautiful, man. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
I love these. These are my favorite. They're about the meanest. That and ocelotus.
I'm kind of ready to do another dwarf tank. I think I'm going to do a South American one though. I'm going to probably I think I do it in a Pistogramma species tank. Get some cockatoo dwarf cichlids, some T-bars, some Borellis, and some
Definitely.
checkerboards, and some of those kind of guys.
Nice.
How big are you waiting for the fry to get before you give them to Alan?
Uh, they've got to be at least a little bit decent size. I'm probably gonna wait till they're about twice that size before I take them down there.
So what, an inch and a
And
half or so?
no, they got to be at an inch, man.
Okay, an
I
inch.
have to.
Yeah, I always
I
wait
want to
till
make
my
sure.
fry's an inch before selling it, dude.
Yeah, you want to have them, and it sucks because like fry for Simulus, shell dwellers, dude. An inch, that's like half of their lifespan.
Right.
I mean, dude, that they're only like an inch and a half, 2 inches.
Oh, dang.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the male full grown is only 2 inches. So they're so. I mean, that's what I was saying. They're so much fun to have, but I mean, you really once they start spawning and stuff, it takes a little while to get them going before you can start. You know. But I'll probably keep about 4 or 5 just to put in here to try and start something inside the main. And if something starts in the main, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of the breeders out of that. Those I like those. But what I'm going to end up doing too, and one of the reasons why with the Melagris, why I have so many, or not Melagris, the Marlarai, is I'm probably going to do the same thing with a Marlarai as well. You know, he, I got plenty in there, and those are pretty, the Gelidiochromis are really picky, man, and it's really hard to get those to actually spawn. They are really picky on partners.
Ian Brian asked, how big was the biggest monster fish anyone has had?
Mine was probably a jaguar cichlid. It
Mine,
Huge.
mine is
was
probably like a. Go
12
ahead.
inches. It probably got like 12 inches. It outgrew my tank that I had, and I ended up having to give it to my buddy. It had a 150.
Yeah, I had an Oscar that got like 12 inches within, I don't know, 8 months from 1 inch. I definitely was
Wow.
not expecting that, dude, and I had to rehome them. But everybody learns, you know.
I
Yeah.
bought the Manikense when it was, tiny, like tiny. It was jet black when I bought it, and then it just got so big so fast, and it killed all the fish I had in the tank with it. It
They're
2 inches.
so mean, bro. They're so mean. We,
It,
we we actually catch them in the canal right outside my house. The jaguar. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I had that
That's like 5 or 10 of them and
kill
send them to me.
before
I'll
I
start
Right.
doing this. I mean,
I'm trying to get some fish out of this.
yeah, man, come on, let's do this.
I'll send you some hooks.
Hmm.
I mean, there is some ponds where you live. You know what I'm saying?
can help us out here, man.
Dude, there's a guy. There's a guy that he's gotten like some views and stuff on Facebook, and he's actually catching the fish here, and he's selling them as a fero caught and shipping them. And I've seen his Midases go for like up to like $80 or $90.
Wow.
Damn.
Some spectacular fish, though, dude. Spectacular.
That's what you need to be doing.
Midas with fat lips like red devils. Yeah. No, but I would do that. But the thing for that is you need to have a lot of room for big tanks to keep
Yeah,
it.
right. That's true. I
I
didn't even
don't.
think of that.
Yeah, my biggest tank is a 120, and everything below that is like 30 gallons and below, 40 gallons and below.
Gotcha.
I had a friend that used to breed red devils.
Yeah.
Back to the question. My biggest one was Buco, but like I said before, you guys know I flip tanks too fast. So
Right.
I got I'm that guy. I don't ever put myself in a bad situation though.
That's
I
good.
always find and I always sell fish. That's I don't ever just get rid of fish. I don't just I don't flush fish. I don't do anything like that.
Oh hell no,
I
dude.
go in.
That's crazy.
Well, I go in with a plan on most of everything that I've done. Like most people in the beginning, you don't have a plan. You just
Right.
But once you realize what you like and you work from there.
Yeah, dude. When I started, there was no Facebook, there was no YouTube, dude. The only way to learn something is to try it out for yourself.
Yeah, or read a book. I couldn't tell you how many books I've read in the 20 plus years that I've been doing this.
So how long have you guys been on Facebook? Or not Facebook, YouTube.
Dude, I've had 3 channels. The oldest channel is probably like 8 years old, and it was like a gaming channel. I have an old fishing channel, which I haven't done a video in years, and then I started this channel. So YouTube overall is like I would say 7 to 8 years. On this channel, it's been about like 6 or 7 months.
Nice.
I've been on for 2 years now on this channel. It's the only channel I got. I just, like I said, it was one of the questions that Matt asked, why you do the YouTube videos. It just got to the point that, I like what I do. I'm passionate about what I do with my fish. So it was just kind of me wanting to share what I do with everybody. And then kind of the community, kind of accepted me in and got in the right circles with people, and then met all you guys. And it just turned out to really be a really cool thing.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you guys saw the post that I put up the other day when I asked how long people have been Mac members.
Right.
And I didn't even realize because I joined the community a long time ago. But I didn't post a lot because, life. But Dude, I was sitting there laughing. I was like, man, I've been a Mac member for 47 weeks. But and I think it's the day before or the day after Thanksgiving will be my year anniversary on YouTube of
There
actually
you
just
go.
doing videos.
I don't
So,
remember exactly how long I've been in the MAC. I had Electric Water say something to me about joining, and then the very next day I had Fin Time talking to me about joining, and then the very next day again Electric Water was on me about joining. Probably ought to join this.
they did the same thing to me, bro. They hit me up the same way. It was pretty funny.
They get you.
Yeah.
I
I'm
wasn't,
like, and
I
I'm
wasn't really
laughing,
in
dude.
the MAC for very long until I got promoted to a co owner of it. I think I was probably in it for maybe 6 to 8 months, and then they promoted me to co-owner, and it was just Fentime and Electric Water were the only owners at the time. So I felt kind of privileged, kind of taken back that
Yeah, I
they would
remember when you got that, dude. That was
promote me
Yeah,
up
cool.
to
that's
be a
pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I've been
I
in the
started.
Mac group since probably like February this year, so not that long. But there was a time that I was just working way too much, and I didn't have time for YouTube or anything, so I was kind of inactive. But now I'm back, dude, and I'm glad I'm in that group.
Bro,
Yeah, dude, it's a great group for sure.
There it is.
nah, I post way too much shit on there. But
Yeah, I post quite a bit too.
You can never
most of the
post too
time,
much
dude,
on
I think
MAC.
I'm like, these fools gonna kick me out because I'm spamming their ass, you know? But you know
I'm
how it
the
is,
one that
man. You
promoted
get,
you to moderator, man.
thanks, man. It's like you get new fish, you get all excited, and you're like, yeah, man, these guys gonna see every picture. Every picture. I got this fish, this is his right side. I got this fish, this is his left side. You know?
Impossible to post too much on the MAC. Impossible.
I think I think Biggie's fell asleep.
Yeah, he definitely did, I think.
He's got his eyes open.
It shows like he's muted. Biggie's unmute yourself.
He just chilling listening to us.
Yeah, he's just chilling, bro.
No, I enjoyed, being a member and stuff. I didn't expect, honestly, guys, to be like like in YouTube this long. When I first started, I was telling you the other day about the full spectrum light. When Electric Water and FinTime asked me, I had this dumbass blue light on top of a 55-gallon aquarium, and I'm just taking pictures of it, and making videos. I had no idea what I'm doing. And as the years have gone, as the year has gone, I've had fun just pretty much just doing it just because I don't want to go out and do something stupid on a Saturday. That's why I
Right.
always post my videos on Saturday night. But other than that, I enjoy YouTube because it's something fun to do. And I've met a lot of cool people, you guys.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey.
And all the fish fam, most of the fish fam is great, very supportive too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great community of
Yeah,
people. Great community of people.
I I
definitely.
never I never would have gotten into cichlids, to be honest, if I didn't realize that James was right around the corner from me. When I found out that James lived right around the corner from me, because I didn't know what an African cichlid was,
Right.
I
I'll be
didn't,
there all the time.
Yeah, right. Definitely would
bro,
be.
bro, I am. He gets mad at me, but see, I've had to do a flip because James doesn't carry that many tanks,
I'll be right
so
back, guys.
so now I'm having to go to Allen in Tucson, and that guy lives an hour and a half away.
Right.
So, I go down there about once or twice a month, and I mean, you got to have ground rules on how much you're willing to spend and how much you can waste.
Right.
And I
I guess
try
I'm
my
kind of
hardest.
lucky where I'm at because fish don't really get that expensive around here where I'm at. I think the most expensive cichlid I've seen, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a hap and it was only $40, and that's the most expensive fish that I've ever seen in my LFS.
Oh, wow.
Bro, I don't know how they're like that. They have to be tired from trucking all the way up there. You know what I mean? I it's funny because like you guys can't get fish. I guess it's pretty hard for you guys to get fish in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Well, it's backwards here. It's really hard for us to get fish in the summer
Oh, really?
because it hits 120 degrees.
Right.
So you can't leave packages anywhere. You know, and so when like wintertime comes, it's only into 60s and 70s, so you can ship fish anywhere.
Right. Never
So
thought
it's
of that.
easy for us to get fish in Florida in the wintertime. That's why I'm saying I'm waiting till January and all of that to actually have some fun. Because but it's weird because like right about now is when the fish curve starts coming around when people are starting to let some the fish have size from them spawning and everything earlier.
I mean, here in
But
Indiana,
no,
we get a pretty good selection year round. I mean,
you're lucky, man.
it's nice. I mean, I usually pay anywhere
Says the
like
guy with
go
sickle
get
tech
any
and
kind of
sickle
peacock I
ears.
want. And I'm probably paying them more $20 for any kind of peacock you can think of that they get in my OFS.
Dude,
You
I'm
know,
jealous about that.
they just got a new supplier, and they're actually one of their suppliers that they just got is coming from Florida. And they're ever since they got this new supplier, they're getting some really, really, really nice fish from this guy in Florida.
Nice.
We're
They
at in
also get a
Florida.
lot. They get a lot of fish from private breeders like me and people that live around in the area that they do a lot of business with us before they'll do business with a bigger company because they're privately owned, family owned business, so they support the community, the people that bring the fish in for them.
Not to mention, you could give a better price, probably.
For sure.
Yeah. So what are like the first YouTubers you guys saw when fish related?
I can tell you right now, it was John from KP
KG Tropicals,
KG
yes sir.
Tropicals. That was the first person I ever watched. You know, I was like, all right, this man knows what he's talking about. He's going to help me through everything.
First people I can remember seeing was Inventory King,
Oh yeah,
Corey Hecker,
Paul.
Yeah, I'm with him. Yeah, Inventory King. Yeah.
and
The,
Dion0026. Me and him,
the first
we've been friends since I started my channel. He's been cool and supporting me ever since I started my channel.
Yeah,
That's
Dion's pretty
awesome,
cool.
dude. Yeah, Dion is one of the first ones I watched, but like way back before then, before any of them were around, I saw Waru Joy, which is a king of DIY, but his channel was actually called something else, and Buna Marcus. They've been doing it for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Boone and Marcus too. I still watch his videos and comment on his stuff.
He's
He's
got
got
he's got a badass camera, dude. His videos are nice.
that really nice group of red
Yeah,
terrors or
Red
pheasant or whatever
Terrors.
you're posting the videos about. That female looks unbelievable
Yeah, it's the best group that I've ever seen for sure of Red Terrors.
by far.
Like as far as YouTubers, of course, it's like I think it's the same for all of us. When it comes to like IFG and
Yeah.
see, I was big with IFG because he had a giant predator hap tank, and Adam C and everybody. So that's who I
Right.
watched because that's what I had. You
Right.
know, and I even talked to Adam C about this one day because I told him, I said, man, I watched your tank so much that I ran into a problem. I realized that I was mimicking you. I was getting the same damn fish as you. And I realized that. And when you look at my old videos, you'll see it. My damn tank was identical to Ben Ochard,
Wow.
Dion0026, and Adam C. And once I realized that, and I told Adam, I was like, dude, I'm backing off of this. I'm gonna sell everything. I ran into a problem with my apartment, so right now is a good time, and I'm gonna switch up. I'm gonna do something nobody's doing. And that's when I decided to do Tanganyikans. Well, when I started doing Tanganyikans, then it was funny how much none of those guys commented on any of your stuff anymore
Oh,
because you never,
jeez.
you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, now I get Paul coming up once a month or something. So I'll go and comment on his stuff all the time. But that's when I was like, you know what, man, I'm not gonna I'm gonna back up from all the Hap Nation stuff and all the Hap stuff,
Right.
And that's when I really focused on and got into Mac because I was like, all right, man, these guys are cool. Shit, I should have been with these guys from the beginning. You know, that it was never about subscribers or anything like that to me.
Right.
It was about just showing off my fish and having fun with my daughter and building an aquarium because that's what I did. But no, man.
Yeah, but it definitely keeps you going when you get comments and likes and all that stuff for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
The
People
hardest
showing
part
you
is to
respect,
stop
showing you love, and
mimicking
you know,
people.
liking what you're doing and what you're saying. Fuels the
Right.
fire, so to speak.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't tell you how many people for this last 3 weeks I have just went on their channel and liked and subscribed. And now for the last week I've just been going nonstop. All right. I got this damn red light on my subscription button. I gotta get this off. Gotta get this off. Just going through and just watching nonstop YouTube videos, and it's not like it's a bad thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching a lot of new people's stuff too, because they always have something different. You know, like
Yeah.
this kid Smitty I put on there the other day. That kid's funnier than hell to watch, man, and he enjoys his 2 Oscars, man.
Yeah, I
He
subbed
really
him.
likes his 2 Oscars. You know what I'm talking about. That kid loves those 2 Oscars. And he has this true joy that he's going to PetSmart to buy a black background. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a true joy, and to me, it's like, oh man, I gotta go get another background.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know,
You miss that joy of it.
right? So you see this kid, man, and it's awesome.
I actually got my first dislike on a video today.
Oh
First
yeah.
thumbs down I've ever gotten on any of my videos. One about the C-Tuber Tag Challenge.
Dude, I got a
Oh yeah.
dislike on it too. Don't worry about it.
Haters, man.
I don't know
Haters.
what's going on. I don't know what's going on with it. That's why I commented on there. It's like, really, a dislike? Ha ha ha. Whatever.
Moving
I
on.
mean, I don't know what to tell them.
Dude, no matter how bad I don't like a video, I would never leave a dislike on it.
You know what though, guys? Look at it this way. They still watched your video.
Watch the video. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you
That's
can
exactly
like,
how I look
you
at it.
can like or dislike my video. I don't care. You still watched it.
Yeah.
I
Right.
appreciate you.
And the
watching it.
fact that
I
they rated
appreciate
it probably boosts your video up, whether it's a like or
Right.
dislike.
You know what, man? I know not everybody in the world is gonna like my videos. I know not everybody liked rocking with rock dwellers. You know what? I made those videos because I thought it was
You
fun to
enjoy
put
them.
those on my TV and watch those while I was watching TV or doing something around the house. And I look over and I got my fish on my TV jamming out.
Right.
That's why I did those. 'Cause I made a playlist. You know, and that's what that was all about. I actually went and had a whole thing that was rocking with shell dwellers too, but then I was like, all right, now I'm getting too deep with this. You know, every week people are just gonna like, oh, whatever, man. So I was like, all right, so I stopped it. But I was having fun with it. But no, you know, I have some of those, but I just don't make them public.
Right.
You know, they're private, and it's a private playlist. But as far as, you know, dislikes, they still watch your
Watch the
videos,
video.
and I appreciate them watching them. You know,
My dislike was on a 42-second video because on the Tuber Tag Challenge video that I did, I called out somebody that I thought was in the MAC and they weren't. And then once I realized it, I did a little, 49-second video saying, I'm a dumbass. I called somebody out that wasn't in the MAC.
Dude,
So that's
I could have sworn that guy was an MAC though. It was DA Aquatics or something like that. DH.
AD Aquatics.
Yeah, that it's a guy that he posts with his little girl too in his fish room, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and I even said that in my video, and that's why I tagged him because it's always fun to see his little girl get into the videos. She likes doing them, and that's why I called him out. And then I realized he wasn't in the MAC, so I called out challenged unconventional aquatics and KP aquariums. Like I said, 42-second long video, and it got a dislike. First one in 2 years.
Yeah, unconventional aquatics is in the chat, so you already know.
you were that close, man.
What about you, Liberty Bell, dude?
You don't
know
want me. You don't want to challenge me, yo.
I almost challenged you, Liberty Bell. I did. I was gonna get you and South Florida. South Florida said
South
don't
Florida
tag
was that
me.
close.
I
Man.
just
This is
did
the
the
only time
video.
I'm on YouTube is when I do this stream here.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
I'm not in my videos.
I watch a lot of Angelo's fish tanks and talk with him a lot, so I hit him up. But I respectively hit up the first two was owners, and I thought that was right. Was with Kevin
Yeah.
since he started it, and I did Fin Time. Electric Water been spamming everybody. I didn't think he'd appreciate it.
I was gonna
You
tag
guys
Electric
see
Water,
that?
but Electric Water still never even posted this video from the first tube challenge that we did. So I figure
Well,
I'd give him a
dude,
little.
he's been sitting there, I guess, been trying to get people to sub. So they're not. I don't know what YouTube's doing, but they're not letting him post his link on their comments anymore or something. So I've been
Yeah,
going
they're putting
through.
them in spam folder.
Right. So I've been going through and putting links in through it too for him. You know, me and Will Louisiana. That was funny, man. But I'm probably gonna get spammed here pretty quick because I've been hitting people a lot, man. Like a lot. I mean, I'm talking like at least 4 or 5 a day. I mean, that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot for me. I mean, I don't seek and destroy. I seek and help.
Yeah, I knew when you started that tuber tag challenge again. As soon as you told me, when you said let's do another one, and I said, why don't you start it out? I knew as soon as I said that, and you said you were going to do it. I'm like, he's going to call me out. I'm going to be one of the
Right
first
away.
Sure enough, in the video, the very first person you called out was me.
Bro, respectively, that's how it rolls. You came up with it. I'm not just gonna randomly, I'm telling you, South Florida, it was that close. It was that close. Right at the end of my tongue, man. And I was like, who did I get last time? And then I had some fun with it, though. It was good throwing Angelo out there, man. I liked him. Liberty, you were that close, too.
Oh,
We're that
see.
close, too.
Nah, y'all need to do that to me now.
Because we're that close.
Well, I tagged you in my last one.
Yeah,
Liberty.
I know you did.
Is that one still?
He's been avoiding it. Last week, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna release it
I
tomorrow."
haven't been on YouTube since.
Yeah, right. I always see you on all the streams.
Always in the
dude.
chats.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, see, now this is the only time I'm on YouTube Live is on this stream here.
Well,
Yeah.
now
So I would have to do it here. I would have to do it here.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Now they're all
Sasquatch in the house.
Right. See, that's how I'll have to do. You'll have to sit here and you'll have to just fire the questions and then you'll get an answer.
Hang on.
Next week's episode.
Whoa,
Next week. Hey,
Challenge
put
live.
that paper
Whoa,
away,
right
sir.
here, baby. I got it right
I
here.
didn't know it was like
All
that.
right, number one.
I didn't know.
Other
Here we
than
go.
Live tuber challenge, guys. Here we go.
What's that?
Other than fish, what do you own?
I have a dog.
All right. Number
beagle.
2. A beagle? Those are cute-ass dogs.
Yeah. Thank you.
Number 2. What other fish could you try besides the ones you own?
Have I done tried or
No,
want to
which
try?
other ones would you try?
I like the Tanganyikan tanks. I like them a lot. And I would like some Oscars. I would like to do Oscars too.
Well, you can't put them together, that's for sure.
Why not?
You won't have any tanks.
They're the
You
same
won't have any
size.
tanks. All right, number 3.
I got.
What day or days do you water change?
I would say Mondays. I do all my tanks maintenance. Yeah. So Mondays water change.
Why do you make
Regular.
YouTube videos?
I guess just like all of us, you're doing this all the time and you want to show people what you have and, just meet good people like you guys and, pretty much it. Share the hobby. If that's even an answer.
Good answer.
It is
Thank you. All right, there we go. We're moving.
We're
See why I don't do these things?
We're going to sound like Family Feud. Good answer. All right. 5. Do you think you have MTS?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, that 5 bleeds into 6.
Okay.
How many tanks do you see yourself owning one day?
Oof. Oof.
If you could own as many as you wanted,
Oh,
how
oh
many
well,
would you
yeah.
own?
Well, I'll take the aquarium, sir.
I'll take everyone you got.
Yes.
Okay.
Nah. Realistically, I don't know. I guess as many as it would take, and I guess that would be, I don't know. If the wife let me, I would probably try to get away with 20.
Okay,
Nice.
that answer bleeds
Yeah.
right into number 7.
There we go.
How does your family/spouse feel about your hobby?
Well, she's supportive.
I told you,
Yeah.
I'm fishing and deep fish.
Yeah, you do. It's pretty deep. This one, I hope she's not watching somewhere. Nah.
It's not like
She's
we're
supportive,
recording
but
it or anything.
she's not into it. You know, she respects it and she'll put out with it as much as she can when I'm talking about it. But you know,
Your wife sounds exactly like mine.
yeah, yeah. They try to
Find
be
another
interested
damn
for you.
fish, huh?
Exactly. Oh, that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, number 8.
All right.
Tell us a not so well known YouTuber you like.
Not so well known.
Putting him on the spot.
That's one you got to think
Yeah.
about for sure.
Yeah. See. Thanks a lot, guys.
I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot.
It could
On
be
the
a
spot.
new subscriber that you just subscribed to that you like. You know, somebody new in the Mac that you just saw.
Right.
That was a lot of what that.
It's hard to remember all the names on the spot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
exactly. Yeah. Wow. This is gonna get real boring.
Hey, none of us are well known, right?
What
Yeah.
about
All
Steve
you
D?
guys. There you go.
Steve D, you're on the spot, Steve D. Congratulations, buddy.
I love everybody.
I like that answer. Good answer.
See?
Number
Moving on.
Number 9. What hobby do you have besides fish?
Playing drums.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty damn awesome, bro.
Yeah, thank
We
you.
need
Thank
to
you.
get you on the drums one live stream, dude.
Hey now. Watch it.
All right, so number 10.
Drum set like they did.
Yeah, and Tank, yeah. I feel bad for the fish though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how good it is for them.
All right, number 10.
All right.
What's your biggest concern about the fish hobby?
I don't know. Like, just as long as we're always supportive of each other, you know. See,
That's a tough one.
I should have had time. I should have had time to think about this.
I know. I'm sorry.
Damn it! I knew it was a bad idea. I thought I was joking. You broke out the paper. Thanks a lot, bro.
Hey, bam!
You just hit me with
Look
the
at all
homework.
scratches. You think
Gets
it's
the
easy
homework
for
on
me? It wasn't easy for me, sir.
All right,
Look at all
yeah.
the scratches.
Yep. All right. Now, all right.
It's actually really easy for me to answer.
What did you answer?
Mine was.
I need some
mine
examples.
Was, mine was people buying too big a fish for an aquarium size.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, there you
know,
go.
like a trout in a 75.
Right.
That was like my answer.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the best answers for sure.
Yeah, that's my answer too.
My answer was the depletion of the variety of fish that you're able to get now for the aquarium hobby, especially when it comes to like South American and saltwater, because all the dams that they're putting up, and you're not allowed to get these certain fish anymore. And it just seems like every day there's more fish that you can't get anymore unless somebody's already captive breeding them.
True, it's just like in Lake Victoria. You know, you have like these fish every couple of years. They come out with a new fish. It's not a new fish, but it's just a species that was extinct at one point, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hiding in danger.
I thought I had a good answer, and Kevin totally stumped me, man. He had me.
Yeah, see, I'm not answering no more.
No,
that's what you guys said. That's my answer. No, they were good answers.
I think that's a problem with the hobby, though. I mean, just like they had that thing in Hawaii here recently with saltwater fish. There's no more. You're not allowed to collect any more fish from Hawaiian waters for aquarium hobby reasons whatsoever.
Wow.
It's a law. If you get caught doing it, you get arrested.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. If you get caught doing it, like down here, we have a big problem with that because we have tons of regulations for mostly our saltwater fish, but you see people taking 6-inch snappers when the legal limit is 18 inches.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could be a douchebag and call the FWC, which I have done sometimes, dude, because it's not fair to you as a fisherman. You go in and you put the work, and there's caught fish that are maybe like an inch short, and then somebody's keeping all these undersized fish. The fish is never gonna grow to the size
Right.
right?
He's sexually mature to be able to reproduce, and you don't want to take a small fish or small anything, because then you're taking it out of there, and that fish is never going to be able to reproduce and put more back in, from what you're taking.
Yeah, no doubt.
And also, if anybody sees this and has any actual questions that they'd like to add on to a future one, then I'd appreciate those too. Everybody's opinion.
On the first MAC challenge that I did, he came up with his own 10 questions of his own, and when he tagged the people, that's what he wanted them to do, was answer his questions. I told him, I was like, I just have to answer the questions that I started with, but he took it a step farther and he made up his own 10 questions.
Nice. Yeah, and the tuber challenge that I did, the 10th question is actually made up by the person that tagged you. So that question always changed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. I wouldn't know.
Well, you do. You do know.
Well,
you just did one.
Yeah, well, I did my first one.
Hey,
I did it here
hey,
first.
You did one excellent, bro. Excellent. That's on the spot live.
Boom,
That's
right there.
tough.
So I'm going to freestyle mine every week.
Bro, we'll do this. 3.0 coming out next week, everybody. Liberty start. Okay, so now, if you want to sit there and think about it, you can sit there and think about it, but you get to call out 3 people.
3. Okay. Do they have to be in our group or just any 3?
MAC members.
Okay.
Yeah, MAC members. Now, you can post it in MAC who you want to call out on, just that you did a live one, and you can put the name. You don't have to do it right now, but
all right, cool. I'll have to think about that and get back to you.
Yeah, you get to
just
think
about
of 3
it,
people.
and just post a thing on MAC saying that you did this on this live.
Well, let's just get it out of the way. South Florida hasn't done it yet, has he?
What?
So let's do that. How do you like them apples?
All right, that's fair.
Astros won, baby. Astros
so that's one.
Won the World Series.
There you
go.
Good deal. And the World Series is on.
Yeah, there's someone else in the chat that hasn't done one either.
Who's that? Name them. They're on. We're calling them out here.
Right there. Wish I could put my finger in his screen.
He's actually here video chatting.
Say, I can't see the video chat.
Oh, you can't?
Nah. Just you guys.
Yeah, you need to call out Electric Water. He's still slacking from the first time around, so maybe put the heat on him a little bit.
Light him up. Let's do it. Electric Water.
Yeah, we need to get the owners more involved in the YouTube for sure, man.
Yeah, because I one of the guys that I challenged, he was just promoted moderator yesterday, and he was one of the ones that I challenged. Steve D. He just got promoted moderator,
dude.
Nice.
So I gave him a shout out and gave him a little challenge.
Have we gotten Will, Louisiana? I don't think we've gotten Will, Louisiana, have we?
Well, let's get them then.
Nobody's got Will, Louisiana yet. But the first time around, I did Angelo's Fish Tanks, Will, Louisiana, and Toy Car were the 3 that I did on the first MAC challenge.
Yeah, Angelo will have his out this weekend. I was just talking to him earlier.
Yeah, Will, Louisiana, if you do him, you'll get his out pretty quick, too.
If add me on Instagram also, it's Matthew Moore 0603. I don't know if I think I have you, Liberty, don't I?
On what, Instagram?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know I have. Well, Kevin Pitts isn't on Instagram.
I don't have Instagram. I got enough social media things I can worry about.
You don't need one more? Yeah, but nah, I definitely have you, Matt.
You know what's funny, man, is I don't really pay attention to Twitter.
Yeah, I don't have a Twitter.
I have so many people follow, dude, that like my feed is so long, bro. I barely have time to check it out. But when I do, I always check up a Liberty Bell and Unconventional Aquatics and Matt for sure. You have an Instagram, Kevin?
No, I don't. Actually, I have an Instagram account, but and I've got a bunch of people on there, but I can't remember my password,
Oh,
and
damn.
so just hell with it. And I haven't been on it since. It's been probably maybe 3 years since I've been on it.
Nice. Yeah, I have like 800 followers on there. It helps definitely for sure.
Yeah.
I
I
get
think
people
we're
all the time
backwards. I
sending me
think I'm
messages and
following
comment on my
800.
videos saying, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I just
that's
straight did a
that's how
YouTube
it
video
goes, huh?
saying
Oh,
I don't
definitely on
do
there.
Instagram.
Well, guys, I'm gonna call it a night for myself. I gotta get up early as hell.
Yeah, we're
All
all
right,
gonna
brother.
call it here
I'm
actually.
about to call it myself. I've been up for 2 days now. It's like I was telling Matt earlier, a friend of mine that I went to high school with, his brother tried committing suicide this morning, and he just lives 2 miles from me. And he called me and told me to hurry up and get over there. And I was able to get there in time before he took all the pills that he was going to take.
Oh
So
man, sorry to hear that.
saved a life today.
There you go. Here.
So I haven't been to bed for a couple days now, so I'm actually kind of tired myself.
All right. Get
All
some
right,
sleep,
guys.
brothers.
Well, I'll
Yes,
see
All
you
sir.
right,
next
man.
week.
You guys take it easy.
All right.
Later,
All
brother.
right, thanks for hosting South Florida.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
no problem, brother. Same time next week.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I'll
All
be
right,
here.
peace.
Yes, sir. And thanks to everyone who watched, and we hope to see you next week again.
Peace out, guys.
Later, everyone.